Hi, this is Candace with MF Magazine, and I am here with Alex and Jade of Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. How are you guys doing today?
Really well, thank you.
Very good, thank you.
The Los Angeles Times described you as being standard bearers for the folk rock industry. How do you feel about that?
I don't mind being considered that, you know. If anything, a pressure like that, like, can be, I mean, I guess all pressures are sort of bad, but I view that one as sort of somewhat like positive, and because it's very interpretable, and like to me it means just doing more of what we did, which was do something really like, I don't know if there's even a word to like describe what like how that process was and what it is to me, but to just keep that line go, like that energy going, I think is something I'd be like honored to do, you know. So whatever it is, as it changes, and you know.
So I know that you were involved in some other things before you started this. What was that process like for you?
That process was just like any process, I guess, you know, that you have in life, a transformational, like, where am I? I feel very lost right now, like I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to, like, you know, reconsider everything and throw a lot away, and then walk blindly, you know, like yeah, it's, you know, it was like a going out on a limb sort of thing, but like it felt right. So like, you know, I knew where I was very dead, not necessarily to do with the projects I was in before, but like what I chose to do within those things, and like my process before that, and turning very into like getting very away from like myself, you know, in a way.
How has this transformed you just as a person?
I mean, it's a mirror, it's a reflection of the growth that's taken place, you know. So it's like you can just really, you could, in some ways, like if you knew me really well, which some people do that have like been to the you know, like the I'm a Robot shows or something like that, and have seen me like, and like from all, I think music should be a real authentic reflection of where you're actually at, which is why, like, you know, like for instance right now I don't really see myself ever wanting to sing sort of songs that reinforce like a negative or a weak position. Do you know what I mean? Like it's all fucked, but like that it's all fucked attitude, and like I'm just gonna fuck it even more and harder and make it go down quicker, like the punk rock sort of, you know, concept of rebellion, like is no longer like what I'm interested in as a mantra, like to sing every night. You know what I mean? Like, prefer something more constructive. And sometimes that, like, destruction you need, you know, but for me, I went through that, and now it's about something else now. So.
I've read a lot of reviews where people have said that they've been to your show and they really can't help but to be moved by your energy. How do you think that affects your performance? Is that a goal that you have when you go on stage, or is that just a happy byproduct?
I think that's a happy byproduct of just having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd say fun, and like being like I stumbled upon like this amazing truth and like special little blue pill, and it's just called like be like a child, and that's it. And then like as soon as I remember that, it's everything is like wonderful, you know. And being on stage, like allowing energy to just pour through is like that's when that happens, is when it's not about posturing or performing or posing or whatever, you know what I mean, or manicuring my performance, or like, you know, having, you know what I mean. It's just about really being and expressing that fully, you know. And I think that it is a goal in a way. That in itself is a goal for me. And I think the natural succession of events is if you do that in front of people, like they'll be like, like if it's real, they'll feel the realness and just feel that and want to participate and experience it. You know, it's like anyone watching, like if you haven't already seen it, but the guy at the Sasquatch Festival that starts a dance party, it's something really important. I think like everybody should watch actually, because it's like it shows like the power of you know, no inhibition, you know, like and no self-censorship, and what that can do for other people around you too, you know. Yeah.
Saw the video that you have, the first part of the 12-part series.
I don't know, like I was sometimes you throw the ball and then you catch up, you figure out where it went, you know what I mean? And that's like part of the process for the movie and for music and making anything. To me is like you have this feeling and you do it, and you know, sometimes it may be like doing something completely underprepared, you know, but like you throw it up, and the same with like choosing a name, or you just have a feeling and then you do it and then you figure out what it meant later, you know. But for these, to me, I see a lot of visuals, and when writing these songs, like I saw a lot of like landscapes, and I felt a lot of these really sort of powerful landscapes, and I'm not sure like exactly what that all means, or why the urge or even the vision of landscapes and like sort of scenes come to you like when you listen to something, but I don't know, it's something to do with like an ideal, and maybe even, I'm not sure. Yeah, but we're going for it like very hard, that's for sure.
What do you think it is about your sound, your style, that attracts people to you?
I think that people who are attracted to it, I think it kind of resonates with something that's already in them. Like I think that we're all, even though we're all grown-ups, like we're children once, and we like to have fun and be free and not really give a shit what anybody's thinking. And that's kind of like playing live, like that's like an act of like just totally being free, and people like that because we all are, and like, yeah, I don't know.
How did you guys meet each other and form Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, Christian I knew since I was 3. He was a guitar player. And then the next one was Jade. We'd been meeting around for a while. We'd seen each other around.
We'd been aware.
She was at the Starbucks across the street.
And I was just working on my MacBook Pro, and he was working on his MacBook Pro, and I was looking at an LLB catalog. But
We met online.
Fuck.
We met online.
Jade. We met on Jade.
We would see each other around, and we were sort of friends with friends, and then all of a sudden it was just basically I really like.
Thrill Seekers, 4 out of 4.
Yeah, well we were both having like a really transitional summer, a really important time, and for me, when I saw Jade and sitting on this street corner outside of Little Pedro's, and I was just instantly like, oh my God, like this is, we need to do this together, you know what I mean? Like I need to give her this, I need to give her that, like this is a very important like relationship, you know what I mean? And so yeah, and then we basically spent the next
5 years on mushrooms.
Next yeah, we
one long mushroom trip later.
Yeah, yeah, in a way. We basically like transformed, like reconfigured like our DNA towards like what we actually knew was like you know, the way, and it, yeah, so it was a really, and it was that summer that I wrote most of the songs that are on the album, and that we wrote home, and yeah, so.
Well, I really appreciate you guys coming out and taking the time to meet with us. And this is Candace with MF Magazine. Have a great day.
Bye.
Great job.
Good job.